Welcome to Brew Wizards Beer Quest. As you might know, we have an infinity for Marvel movies. Marvel movies. Marvel movies?
You know I'm the man.
It's almost here.
The fuck are you talking about?
Marvel Infinity Wars. I bet you didn't know it was gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
If you had to choose between the 27,000 different movies they have now, what is your favorite Marvel movie?
The first Daredevil.
I almost walked off set.
Seriously though, Guardians of the Galaxy.
One or two?
One.
That was my favorite until Thor Ragnarok came out, and Thor Ragnarok I feel like built up all the cool stuff they introduced in Guardians, and they're just like, fuck it, let's take it to 10. What's your least favorite Marvel movie?
Daredevil.
Sorry, out of the current MCU. Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, yeah, you're right. So Dan sent us a thing on the internet of 12 possible Marvel movie twists.
There was a lot of advertisements on that site, but I think we narrowed down
so many.
I know. I feel like we've narrowed down the ones that we'd like to see happen.
The two twists that I think would be super cool are if the Thunderbolts show up.
Which is General Ross leading a bunch of assholes.
Bunch of assholes, yeah.
Basically,
General
yeah.
Ross's assholes.
Red Hulk, because you need to color code the Hulks apparently.
Well, red is bad and green is good. Communism, not communism. Welcome to the party. And number two, I would really like it if Cap didn't die.
Chris Evans is a really, really good Captain America. And I feel like just killing Captain America was super lame in the comics because it lasted like an hour and I don't know.
An hour in comics?
Pretty much.
Like there's an hour
It was
reading?
like, Captain America's dead, but he's back next week. He got better. And the second one, I want to see the Skrulls show up, because apparently Captain Marvel set in the 90s. They're going to do like a wicked, awesome Saved by the Bell 90s movie with Captain Marvel. I'd say this is a marvelous day for a pun-off.
Well, you look hammered.
You're not exactly the vision of a model citizen.
I'd appreciate it if you kept that low key.
It's a strange request.
You're doomed to fail.
Well, ain't you, little daredevil?
I'm the Groot of all evil.
Are you embarrassed? You look a little red in the skull.
It's my scarlet complexion, and I'll thank you not to stare.
I'm sorry. My words could be venom.
It adds to your mystique.
Fuck you. If you think we missed any puns that you would deem marvelous, let us know in the comments.
And as always, let us know in the comments who won the pun-off.
Which is...
Now, Norm, we've been talking a lot. That's what we do.
Yes.
Could you explain what an Infinity Stone is and what the Infinity Gauntlet is?
Soul gems, now referred to as Infinity Stones, are immensely powerful fictional gems appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. In later storylines, a seventh gem, known as the Rhythm or the Ego, was added to really whip some nays. Speaking of which, don't you have a dance recital to get to? You learn something new every day. In other news, we have more beers on our infinitely rotating taps.
We do. Let's warp on over to the Flight Academy and see what you've cooked up.
Welcome to Flight Academy, where we'll be talking about a flight of beer that I prepared. For those of you who don't know what a flight is, it is a collection of small portions of beer. Right off the fucking hop, huh? So today we have Steam Whistles Pilsner, Bach Me Gently from Big Rig, and we have Nino de Corvo from Bose.
Gotta love those innuendo beers. So why do we choose these beers today?
Today's theme is Infinity Wars. When I took a look at our taps, I thought that Steam Whistle was big and green, and every time pull on it, it blows its top, just like the Hulk. Next, the Bach Me Gently from Big Rig reminds me of something that would be on Star-Lord's Awesome Mix. The Nina de Corvo, if you take a look at the label, it is a crow with a parrot, with a crow with a parrot, and it reminds me of Animal Pirates and Rocket, the raccoon.
Rocket?
Yes.
He's such a thrifty pirate.
Yes, he is. You may have tried this one before. Steam whistle.
I may have snuck a sip. Yeah, do one thing really well. It's a really hot day kind of beer.
I dare say a very true to style Pilsner. Super refreshing with a bitterness kiss at the end.
This one always reminds me a little bit of Heineken. So if you got some Heineken lovers out there and you're looking to become a craft lover, this is where you want to start.
This is your gateway beer.
Round 2.
Well, this is the Bach Me Gently.
Right. What is a copper Bock?
The copper actually does reference the color. A Bock is really a strong, dark beer brewed in the fall to be drank in the spring. Last but not least, the Nino de Corvo, which translates to crow's nest,
Oh,
which is a fun thing.
hence all the crows in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get a whole lot of coconut. How about you?
I didn't get an overwhelming amount of coconut either. However, that's also my preference. With a coconut flavor specifically, I think that too much of that would really ruin a beer.
Fair enough. I agree completely.
You know, I want it to taste like Malibu.
I have to say, this is probably the most refreshing porter I've ever had in my life, which is saying something for a porter. You got any more? If I was swinging a hammer all day, I'd probably come home to the steam whistle. It's pretty refreshing. Quenches that thirst right off the hop. I found the Big Rig Bock delicious, but it was pretty sweet. I'd probably go with the Nino de Corvo. Rich, creamy, but refreshing at the same time. It's something that I could probably have 2 or 3 of. And even if I led the night with 1 steam whistle, I'd probably finish with Nino.
We haven't been doing this very long, but this is the first time that I've completely agreed with somebody's assessment.
What do you think?
You want to stay up to date with our infinitely rotating taps? Feel free to follow us on Untappd. Join us next week as we launch Kyle into the stratosphere.
Maybe we should talk about like Mother's Day or something instead.
Or we could talk about Cinco de Mayo and string you up like a piñata and beat you until candy falls out. Remember, like, share, subscribe in every way you can, or I'll blow your planet up.
You know I'm the man.